Hey guys, what is up? Here we are again, another week, another video. As you can see, I'm not doing my Facebook Live like I have been. That is due to the fact that I don't know what it is. It keeps screwing up or messing up every time I start to go live or something. And also, when I try to save my video so that I can post on my YouTube channel. By the way, check out Jsrose Ministries. Put a space. YouTube. Check it out. It won't let me save it anymore for some reason, and then if you don't save it, then you can't share it off of Facebook, and you can't put it to your phone. So I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to post this video on Facebook first. Also, it won't take very long to upload on Facebook, and then I'll get it uploaded on YouTube. And also, the reason why I do that, too, the same video, is because I have certain people that watch my videos that don't have Facebook, or, as crazy as this will sound, people don't have YouTube either, so it's a better way, a more general way. But if you are on Facebook and you're watching on Facebook and you haven't followed my channel on YouTube, that would be awesome. If you went subscribed, it's completely free, helps the channel out, helps the more subscribers and likes and stuff that I have, the more views, the more often it will be seen, and the more that you help spread the gospel throughout that. But anyways, it's nice to see y'all again. Appreciate y'all coming back. Appreciate y'all taking y'all's time for this. Probably sure you're probably tired of hearing me blabbing, so let's hear what Jesus has to say, alright? I've been kind of teasing this for the last couple weeks of the series or topic going to be servant. Okay, I call it just servant of Christ. That's all I'm going to call it. And that's kind of what we're called to be as Christians, right? Is to be servants of Christ, to be slaves of Christ, to be followers of Christ, right? And now you might say, okay, first of all, what is a servant? What is the definition of a servant? Okay, and that is it's a person who performs duties for others. Okay, that sounds about right. I mean, easy enough. But the one more that we're following here, what we're coming to, is also going to be devoted and helpful follower or supporter. So that's because we are followers of Christ, right? So when we are servants of Christ, we are followers of Christ, right? Okay, so what does it mean to be a servant of Christ then? So now that we know what a servant is, and we know what kind of servant we want to be, somebody that not only performs duties for other people and serves other people, and everything. Sorry that I'm looking off. I'm looking at myself in the middle here, and it makes it look weird. I gotta look at this camera, the camera itself here on the phone, and that way it looks like I'm looking at you, which I should probably do, but it's really hard to do. Sorry about that. Anyways. So, what does it mean to be a servant of Christ, right? So, first of all, I would say, in all things that we should show Him His glory, okay? Where I get that from is 1 Corinthians 10:31, okay? It says, so whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do all things to the glory of the God. Okay, so that means, as you're going through your day, whatever it might be, work, or if you're taking college classes, or just taking any kind of classes, school, even when you're sleeping, eating, sports, even at church, all these things we need to do to His glory. Okay, it might sound silly, but it is something we should do, and it's something that we should do for His glory, like I said. And then what we're doing is we're showing the love of Christ. 1, 2, we're showing obedience to Him, and what we're doing is we're bringing the light of the world. We're bringing the light to the world, to this darkness around us, and we're bringing. Because there's things that, like at work, okay, this is something I struggle with a lot, honestly, and I'm working on it, and I've gotten better about it, but there's still days where at work, sometimes stuff will just get overwhelming. Days will be crazy, days will be confusing, as in, like, I really don't understand why we're doing this, or why we're doing it that way, that doesn't make any sense, but, a lot of time the management knows that they know what they're doing, they see the bigger picture, something that I don't always see. And I'll admit that. But instead of getting upset, pouting, or angry about that, if I do any of those things, I'm not doing it to the glory of the Lord. And I'm not doing that because I'm not showing His love. I'm not showing His grace. I'm not showing His compassion. And the thing is, there's plenty of other people to do that. There's plenty of other people that pout and that cry and get angry and upset about things. But, we need to, I need to, have a positive attitude. Do it to the ways of the Lord. To glorify Him, because you say, how are you glorifying? Well, for one, I'm having a positive attitude, okay? If something's happened or something's going on where it's just a negative thing, it's bad news, whatever. If you have a positive attitude, people are gonna be like, "What's up with that dude? I want to know what that dude knows." Or I want to be like that guy. Because how many times do you come across a person that's just like super positive, and just super like always uplifting no matter what? It's just like every time you see him, like every time, we have this one driver that I definitely can think of that comes through at work, and he's always smiling, he's always joking, he's always happy. It doesn't matter how long he's been there, how long he's been waiting for his load. He's just a bundle of joy, and I know it's not just an upfront thing because I see him on the yard talking to other drivers and stuff like that, and he's just always a joy. I've seen him, out at truck stops or just stores and stuff around, and he's always just happy and always joyful, and that's contagious, okay? And that's something that we need, especially nowadays. We need that confidence, we need that hope, we need that joy, right? And not only, so what will happen is not only will it help improve your morale also and help you, it will also improve other people's morale. Okay, and it also shows, and then that also could lead into a way of showing, telling people about Christ, right? Second of all, for us to be able to do that, we need to die to self. A lot of people don't like this part, but it's something that we're called to do, something that we need to do. Okay, it says in Luke 9:23, it says, "Then he said to them all, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up the cross daily and follow me." Okay, with this we need to pretty much we need to put our desires and we need to put our wants aside sometimes and learn to become more like him. Okay, this needs to I can't talk right now. I even have notes and stuff in front of me. Sorry, my leg itches. Okay, I apologize for that. My leg just really itches there. To get rid of distraction. A lot of times as Christians, even non-Christians, we make excuses of, oh, I don't have enough time, or I can't read my Bible because of this, or I don't have enough time to go to church because of this, or I got this going on, I got that going on. And we just keep making up these excuses. A lot of times, and remember, I'm not calling people out. I'm talking about myself too. And the thing is sometimes it's silly things like watching TV or wanting to play a video game or taking an extra nap or whatever it might be. Sometimes that extra nap's really good though. But we need to come to deny ourselves, and we need to reduce ourselves and let him increase. Even with some of our other hobbies, we use our hobbies and we use our this has to be done, but really it doesn't. It's just one of the things that we've worked up, because here's the thing: if we don't die to self and we don't lose some of these distractions, then for one, how are we going to get to know him? How are we going to get to build this relationship with him? Okay, if we're not building a relationship with him, if we're not getting to know him and who he is and everything, then for one, how are we going to do it all to his, do everything we do to his glory? Because then we won't know what to expect. We won't know what to see, and so we won't know what we're doing, and we won't really. We'll have our ideas of what other people tell us, but we can't build that relationship. If we have these distractions of life, and sometimes even extreme cases, there's people that are addicted to porn or something like that. Sometimes, you just have to get rid of the computer, or you have to get rid of your phone or whatever, because what that does is it pulls it out of your life so you're able to focus on other things. Sorry if you hear that. My daughter, they just got home and she's just not having a good mood. She just woke up. So for you other parents out there, you kind of know how it is, where they're kind of cranky. She's fine, I promise. She's just cranky. She just woke up. And so we need to set that stuff aside, and we need to make a pathway for God. Because here's the thing: if we really want to succeed in our hobbies, if we really want to succeed at work, if we really want to succeed at other things, we really need to follow Jesus and put him first, because there's no other way, there's no better way to do anything but through the glory to God, right? And that all starts with dying to self, okay? All right? And then so the last thing I want to talk about today is actually practice perseverance, gain perseverance, learn perseverance, okay? Romans chapter 5, verse 3 and 4, it says, "Not only so, but we also glory in our suffering, because we know that the suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, which is hope." Okay, so when it comes to being a follower of Christ, being a servant of Christ, there's going to be lots of troubles, okay? And I'm not just saying that just because it's a cliche thing, because a lot of people think that when you become a Christian, you're never going to get sick. You're going to become rich. You're going to be healthy all the time. You're going to be good to go. There's not going to be any troubles. Just smooth sailing. That's not true. Okay? Jesus talks about this in John chapter 15, 18 through 20, where it says, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they obey my teaching, they will obey yours also. Okay, and that's why we need to learn to persevere, okay? Because there's going to be trials, and there's going to be tribulations, and there's going to be struggles, and there's going to be, just all kinds of things. Maybe it's losing a job, losing a friend, losing, property, like a house, a car, whatever it might be, and that's all due to, not necessarily all due to that, but it's due to the fact that some people don't see eye to you, and sometimes we have to, once again, put Christ first. We have to die to self, and we have to maybe sometime take a low-paying job, which will cause us to lose our car. It might cause us to lose a house or something like that. But the thing is if you taking that lower-paying job helps you get closer to God and opens up more time for you to learn God, that's a lot better, because it's better for you to. I forgot to write down the verse, but it's. It's better to store up your treasures in heaven than here on the earth, because here, everything on this earth is temporary. You can have the biggest house, you can have 47 million rooms and 47 million bathrooms and pools and garages and cars and all that, but the thing is, at the end of this life, when you die, when you leave this world, you don't get to take any of that with you. Okay? But what you get to do on this world, and what you do with Christ, and what you do as you persevere and as you do it to the glory of Him and you die to self, that stuff you get to take. You're building up rewards in heaven, okay? You're building up your treasures in heaven. It talks about that, okay? And so it's important, because the thing is for one, when we do these things and we learn to persevere, it kind of goes back to one of my first points of, okay, if we persevere through these situations, like at work that are hard, and we struggle, and we just keep going through it, and we get, still do our job, and we do it to the best of our ability, and we do it to the glory of God, and we're happy, and we're peaceful about it, no matter how hard and sometimes it might be, but you're going to be a light to a world. This world is full of darkness. This world is full of chaos. It's full of, it's scary sometimes. It's scary, just turn on the news. If you watch too much, really, if you watch more than 30 seconds of news, man, there's just so much crazy stuff going on right now that it can be crazy. I mean, it can be scary. And that's why we need to learn to persevere and build our foundation, kind of like the video I posted last week. It's talking about building your foundation on the right kind of gravel, the right kind of area, the right stone, right? And that will help, because here's the thing: is the enemy, Satan. His goal is to, because he knows one day he knows that he can't win this, but he might think, sometimes he might think he can, but at the end he's not going to win this. So he knows he's going to take as many of us out as he can. He's going to take as many of us to hell with him, to suffer with him for eternity. Okay, he's going to take as many as he can. And he knows his time is short. Okay, so he's going to do everything in his power to bring us down and keep us separated from God, to win as many people over to stay with him, and not, he's trying to snuff out our light, essentially. Okay, that's why it's important to persevere. That's why it's important to read the Bible. And these are so cliche, but it's important to read the Bible. It's important to pray. It's important to go to church. A lot of people dismiss church, especially right now. But here's the thing. Yeah, church is just a building, but your fellowship encourages you. It encourages other people. Okay, we have to have that fellowship. Not necessarily even in your church building. Just have that fellowship with people. Okay, with fellow Christians, to bring each other up, to build each other up, to help each other get through these situations. We are a family. We are the body of Christ. We do this together. A foot can't do nothing without a leg, and a leg can't do anything without, the brain telling it to do stuff, without your nerves and all the other stuff. You have to have multiple parts. There's multiple parts to this, and you can't do it all on your own. Not as much as you might think, because, that's something else I struggle with, is I see a problem, and I want to fix it. I want to do it. I think I can do it. I got this, and I've gotten better about asking for help, but a lot of times, it's one of those things that I can't ask for help. I got to do this. But no, we can't do this alone, okay? So it's important for us to go to our family, to go to our friends, to go to our coworkers, And you know, and even our enemies, even the people we don't like, people that just drive us insane, that as soon as their name is mentioned, as soon as they walk to a room, even those people, because no matter what they've done to you, no matter how you feel about them, it doesn't give you the right to essentially condemn them. Okay, they have just as much right to forgiveness as you do. Okay, and some of that can be hard, but we need to show them the love, the grace, and the temptation that our Father offers. Okay, we have to show them the hope that they have been missing, that we were missing at one point, and that the light, we got to give them that light to rid their darkness. Okay, and that light is Jesus Christ. And today, if you don't know Jesus Christ, the time is now. Okay, because there's going to be one day when he's going to come back, and it says like a thief in the night, and you kind of missed your chance, yeah. But then people will say, well, if you believe, okay, I believe in the rapture before the tribulation. If you want to discuss that, let's go for it. But you know, it says that after the rapture, it's going to be harder for Christians, or it's going to be harder for people to come to Christ because they had their chance. And one of these days, you're not going to have an opportunity. God gives us chance after chance after chance. Every breath you take, every step you take, every day that you wake up, every waking moment, every second you're watching this video, if it even gets put up, because he could come back before I finish this video. It's essential, because here's the thing. You might be like, well, I want to, but I'm just going to put it off. But here's the thing. We kind of go back to the die to self thing, and a lot of people will say, oh, I'll do it later. But here's the thing. Later starts to come, and they just keep getting busier and busier and busier and busier. And what better time now when we're stuck in quarantine, some of us, states are starting to open up. Texas, we're, up to 50% capacity. A lot of places are opened up. And now we have freedom. We have time to go out and do hobbies. We have time to go out and see people. We got time to go hang out. And that time, that opportunity we have where we didn't have those distractions, we didn't take advantage of. Okay, one of these days, though, it's going to be gone. And I don't want you to miss out. I don't want your family to miss out. I don't want my family to miss out. So every day is an opportunity. So with that being said, guys, if you don't know Christ, answer his call. If he's tugging at your heart right now, answer his call. Lead to him. Tell him to come into your heart. Tell him to come save you. Let him know that you're a sinner. And let him know, okay, he died on the cross for you. Look at John 3:16. Look at Romans 3:23, 3:24. John 3:17, okay? Those verses right there are good verses, okay? To look at and understand that he died on the cross for you. He died so that you may live. He took all your sins so that you may live. So that when you end this life, your life is over and you stand before God, God doesn't see you. God doesn't see your sins. He sees Jesus. He sees Jesus' righteousness for you. So that one day he'll be able to say, thank you, my good and faithful servant, And that's what we all want to hear, okay? With that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all watching this. Like I said, if you guys are watching this on Facebook and you don't know about my YouTube channel, it's Jsrose Ministries with a space, so Jsrose space Ministries. If you look it on YouTube, I have a lot of other videos on there. That's where I post all my additional stuff, which I'll tag it in Facebook too. But like I said, the subscriptions help, the views help. But the most of all, I want y'all to go out and spread the word of God, to spread Jesus, okay? And one way you could help do that is by sharing these videos and everything like that if you don't really know how to talk to people, okay? With that being said, guys, I will see y'all next week. I appreciate y'all coming out every week, and just God bless, okay? Later, guys.